What's going on, everybody? We're here at FAC here in Independence, Missouri with the one and only, the James Krause.
Julian told me a lot about your background. I did a little research.
Hopefully the good stuff.
Oh yeah, you are one of the pioneers here in Kansas City. You kind of, people know you for starting it all. So how did that start? What was your motivation to do something bigger and better?
Yeah, I don't know if I started it all. I think I just didn't quit. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I don't know if I've done anything spectacular. I was one of the first people to be in here. I started in I think like 2006. I just really fell in love with the sport, and I just never quit. You know what I mean? Like with other people I trained with, they would come and go, and they kind of like as they got older, life happened. They got married, they had kids. They quit. I just never quit, and I think this is a testament to my career. Is like just not going away will go a long way.
You state that not going away, that's one of the biggest aspects. But I've talked to other friends and stuff, and they're always like, hey man, you made it, but like I could never do it because I couldn't deal with those days that were the worst. When you're down low and say you get beat up that day and you have to have that positive mindset to continue. Like what kept you motivated to continue?
I mean, you know me well enough to know that all this has not just been a straight incline. You know, it's been a fucking roller coaster. And I think if you've been in this sport for any amount of time, you're gonna have those roller coasters. And if you do anything for long enough, you're gonna have roller coasters. I just don't get deterred by people's opinions of me, and I don't get deterred by what people think I'm doing right, wrong, or indifferent. I just love to do it. I've tried to quit, and I just can't. You know, I have said like I do not want to fight anymore. I'm done fighting, and then it's like okay, but I still love training, so I'm gonna do that. And then after a while, you're like, I'm sitting here beating up people that are doing really well. I'm like, well, fuck, I might as well fight again. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even make any sense.
Might as well take a 24-hour notice fight. I mean,
well,
that's pretty cool.
Right?
Yeah, if you train in the sport, it's really hard not to compete. You know what I mean? Especially if you're doing really well and like you're not a casual. Like I'm never going to be a casual. I'm going to do this every day. It's something I love to do. I'm going to do it at least once a day for the rest of my life until I can. You know?
I'm there every day with you, and I see that same thing. It's like the saying they have.
I'm a psycho though.
Yeah,
I'm not.
You really are.
I'm fucked up in the head for
You're
sure.
a nerd. You definitely like
For
to stay
sure.
there, but a nerd in a good way. You get fascinated with new techniques. You get fascinated with the game. You get fascinated with everything outside the game as well, like the business behind it,
Yes.
which leads us to here.
FAC.
You are one of the
Sorry to cut you
growers-
off, but
No, you're
Jesus,
perfect.
like this is a great arena.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's
It
pretty
is
cool.
badass, and what you've created.
Yeah, I
like,
have so many people that have said
What?
like, oh, we're going to Kansas City. They're totally like, no, you guys don't understand. It's a really nice show. Like, I think this is the closest thing to the UFC that you'll see. It's amazing. You know, this arena is massive. I think it holds like 8,000 to 10,000 people, and that you would see that on like a fight night style arena. Our last show had just a shade under 5,000 people.
What was your vision? Tell me walk me through one of those.
Started from the bottom. Now we're here. You know.
Yeah,
No.
he's gonna start rapping now.
No, like this, I would love to take credit for this, but I'll actually shoot the credit to my partner Joe Rooster here. I mean, this is his baby. Like you know as well as anybody, it's like the gym and fighting and coaching. That's my baby. That's something I take really serious. And but this is his baby. And we started out in that small arena. I think it capped out at like 1,200 people. We would sell it out every single time. It was great. Did really good shows, but you know, Joe always had a bigger vision, and finally we had the opportunity to partner with the venue. We partnered with the arena, you know, and then we partnered with one of the largest radio stations around. Now they're a part of this, you know, so it's pretty cool that and things have kind of switched around and changed since then, but it's been nothing but great for us. It's grown so much, and I had to sit there and just kind of soak it in for a second. It's pretty cool, you know, it's pretty cool.
Like surreal.
It really is.
And wait, and I see longboards too. We were just there today, so okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. It talks. I mean, it says a lot about community. But you also have this other side too with betting and this whole Discord,
Yeah,
and like you've got your community where you're just having fun, and also it's a business venture. So tell us about that.
Yeah, like one of the things I'm passionate about is just finding ways to make money doing what I love. Like I'm unemployable pretty much. I'm already betting on it, so like I just share what I'm already playing. You know what I mean? So I just share what I play, and we do really well, like really well. So it's a really cool. We built this really cool community. And
what's it called? Like
yes, so we have two different versions. We have the playbook, which is like I think we're like shy of 1,500 members in it. I think it's pretty cool. And then we have the 1%, which is kind of like a high rollers group, and it's a little bit more high end. There's a few more plays that get released earlier. The lines are better, and I'm really learning. Like I I guess this is the first time I formally said this, but like a betting mentor, the guy that's like helping me with like the betting side of it. Like I know the fighters.
Yes.
I don't know betting very well. You know
Yeah,
what I
like
mean?
the odds, like plus
line,
this.
yes,
Yeah, okay.
like value of like the over 2.5, whether to go the distance, like which one is the math
By
behind
knockout.
it.
Like,
Yes,
yeah, those types of things.
So
I know there's a
I know
lot
the
more to it.
fighters, and I know how I think that fighter's gonna win, but sometimes like the mathematical, which one is a better value, is where where you would place that bet.
There's a question I have right there is like, again, you say everyone can do this. Like everyone can look at a fight and be like, oh, we know this person's gonna win. We know that person's gonna win. But there's times where we're sitting there and I've even looked at you and I'm like, dude, how the hell are you gonna win? And you just know, you call out the exact style of how it's gonna go, but I didn't see that. And there's other people who are like, I never saw that coming. How are you dissecting these fights to be able to get that strong of a point across to where you could put that money down on?
This goes back to the shit that I was already talking about. It's like I'm already breaking these guys down most of the time anyway. I watch every single event. I watch every LFA. I watch every Bellator, PFL. So it's just like I know so-and-so has a good left hook and the guy he's fighting has historically had problems defending the left hook. So I'll say he's going to win by knockout in the first or second. It doesn't always work out like that, because it's MMA. It's, but I do think MMA is the easiest sport in the world to bet on. But like you go to, let's say, NBA.
Yeah, I was gonna say
NBA,
basketball.
Yeah,
It's-
basketball. Hey, I don't know. There's 182 games in a season. Like, how do I know that LeBron wants to play tonight? Like, you can't tell me that if you show up to work 182 times a year, that every single day you show up, you're gonna be like, I'm ready to rock.
No, because I know when the players come to Detroit, they don't even want to play, okay? Especially when it's cold, I pay, and I'm like, yeah, we're good. We got, courtside, we're ready. And then I'm like, okay, Draymond's on the bench. Okay,
Yeah, you just don't give a shit sometimes, right? Like, but fighting is survival. You have to show up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, nobody wants to get their ass whooped in front of all their friends and family. Like, it's not a game. Like, these guys are playing games and they're making millions of dollars. This is not a game. You will
Yes.
get beat up if you don't show up to work that day. So they always give, that doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna show up, but they always give their best effort to show up,
That's
right?
right. Put on a great show.
Yeah.
I mean, and obviously, like, they want to win, right? And
Yeah.
they've worked weeks and weeks, years and years
Of
for
course.
that moment.
And
right?
I got to figure out in a basketball game, I got to figure out if these 10 guys collectively are going to play a game together. Whereas I just have to figure out two. With
Good
like
point.
if it was like a quarterback challenge between Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, it would be a lot easier to figure out who's going to be better at this thing to that thing.
Versus
Tom Brady.
That
Tom Brady.
makes sense.
The
You're
GOAT.
breaking it all down. You're all in it. And
He's good.
tell us a little
Yeah.
bit about tonight in the FAC event.
Yes.
What are we expecting?
Yeah, I mean, for me, FAC is about cultivating younger talent to send to UFC, Bellator, PFL. What are the top level organizations? And like, I think with every show, you'll see that. For example, last show, Isaac Bulgarian got signed to the UFC, offered Daniel White for a fight. Gage Young was right there, and that you'll see him very, very soon. Tonight, the main event, Don Shainis versus Cody Fisher. Like, Cody Fisher's already been in the UFC. Don Shainis is a top prospect being up in that. So you'll see those types of fights to where you'll see a lot of these guys. I think every single featherweight champion in FAC has gone on to be in the UFC, which is a really cool stat. We've only had 3 or 4, and they've all gone on.
Because of, what you built here, right? This is a huge draw. So, you have Dana White here. So, if I'm a young amateur, like, I want to be here.
Yeah, this
I
is the
want to be
place.
on your fight card,
Yeah,
right?
this is the only place.
I'm going to be, potentially picked up, right?
Absolutely.
So,
We're going to see that here tonight. We're going to show our viewers a little bit in the inside of FAC. And if you guys want to watch this at any point in time, just go on UFC Fight Pass. Check it out. Fighting Alliance Championship. We're here to rock. Thank you, James, for your time.
one and
Appreciate
only
it, guys.
James Krause.
Keep it going.
Coming to you live, FAC 13 here at the Cable Dama Arena just outside of downtown Kansas City.
Do not attack the throat at any time. You have a 2-inch strip behind your head, nothing behind the neck. 2 inches on both sides of your spine, all the way to the tailbone. Is illegal to strike at any time.
Ready? Ready? Let's fight! Drag him away! Drag him away!
All right. Well, I can't hear you because you're commentating, but you look good over there. We know you know what you're talking about. You are playing the part, and I am on the opposite end. I love it. It's great. So there's cameramen everywhere. It is such a cool experience. This is the best amateur show I've ever been to.
It's insane. It's the best amateur show, but you saw some good finishes. You saw some long fights. You saw these guys getting exposure on this, because up next is going to be our professional cards. We're going to have about 6 professional bouts on there. There's going to be from weights from 135 all the way up to 170, and you're going to see people look for their ability to try to make it to the UFC. Right where you're at, I can see you looking up, and you can hear them throw the combination off. It's like you can feel it, and it's only going to get better. Kendra, there we have it. We just finished the main event on the pro card that was on UFC Fight Pass. Tell me what you thought of that whole pro series.
It was great, but you definitely can tell the difference between amateur and pro. What a show. Thanks for having me. And yeah, we're off.
We're here.
Net.
I love it. FAC, Kansas City.
Let's do it.
MMA. This is Kendra's first time here. I think it's so awesome that you got to come to one of these.
Me too.
Thank you all very much. Please like, subscribe, follow, comment, and let us know what you think.
Yeah, maybe we'll see you out here sometime.